yanked around again. Very excited because we went to the first place and it's Sunday, so I figured everybody'd be sleeping in. So I slept in a little bit, and yeah, there's a bunch of people there now, dogs and everything. Good for them, right? I'm not mad at them. I'm mad at myself. Didn't do it right. Now I'm stuck in the jet wash area. And somebody will probably come here too. That's okay. So I guess this camera is all fucked up too. That's why I think it's doing it on number 1. This is a camera that doesn't have a scratch on it. But it's closer, so I gotta learn how to frame things, I guess, again. There he is. Pissing. Surprise. Hey, what's up? I don't know, that guy is pretty fun. The Vorbs show. I think his name is Richard Vorbs, something like that. I don't know. Hey, how did we get off the trail? What the fuck is going on here? Nobody walks this far? Weird. I've never seen the trail not be here. I think that's weird. So everybody's just coming from that way and going down here. We're not going that way today. I might do a couple circles on this. He was talking about farmland. How farmers are being paid top dollar to not farm. And I think it's like a big long contract, like a 30-year contract, something like that. And they get $1,000 an acre, which actually is pretty cheap. Maybe that's not top dollar, but still it adds up. Could you imagine $100,000 for 100 acres and then you just go live somewhere else? Use that money and buy another 100 acres. Goat who ran up there like that and it scared me. Anyways, and then they put up solar panels. 100 acres of solar panels. It seems to me like that's pretty yucky. I think I think that's gonna destroy the environment. You know, I'm not a scientist, and I could, create some experiments and do all that stuff to figure it out. But for one, I don't want it, so I don't need to figure out, like, is it possible or is it good or whatever. I just don't want it. And so let's just say, I think that a large field of black is going to absorb heat, and it's going to heat up the area where we live, this realm, this zone, not like the air up above us, which would probably do something bad too, but it's going to heat up right here, and maybe that's what it'll do. You heat up the ground, and then that'll heat up the air right above us, and then that'll heat up the stuff above that. Everything just kind of goes up a notch, and then we're all dead. I don't know. I'm not saying that that's the way it's going to go. I'm not saying you're all dead because of it. I'm just saying, seems like that could be a thing. Seems like we used to plant trees and stuff to create a natural environment, and then all these people that went to the park with their dogs, they're all coming here now. Funny fuckers. Just go down on the beach and fucking walk on the beach. It should take you enough time to walk your dog. I don't know. It's hard if you don't have like a tie to it, it's kind of hard to care, really. Who cares what those farmers do? Fuck them for getting so much money for nothing. I mean, you just kick back and live in the farmhouse, and I'd be like, fuck it, I'm not gonna farm for everybody else, which might be a good thing. I mean, for them, and maybe for everybody else. Where'd the people go in this car? Weird. I hope they're not doing something yucky. I don't want to see it. Maybe they walked into the woods behind me and I didn't even notice. That could be a thing. That'd be kind of funny. Because it doesn't look like they're in there. Going for lap 2. He's on the second lap. Took us 8 minutes to get around that far, so we'll say it'll be about 16 when we get to be there again. It's a test. And I think we'll go all the way up. Hurry up! Why are you so far back? Come on! Hey! Come on. Oh, yeah, you're right. Let's go this way. Come on. Come on, Guru. Wow. That was bear poop. Lots of things laying down out here. Over there, that's a tree stand. Somebody built a tree stand over there out of the logs from the forest. Come on, it's too wet. I don't want to go in there. I'm already soaked. Up to the knees. Come on. I haven't had the feeling to do it or any time really. No, Yuke, I don't want to go that way. I'm sorry, babe. You're right, though. Good girl. You know which way to go. You know which way to go. Come on. We're going to walk around again. But that stuff, that money, the trust, it's weird, don't you think? I've seen a couple videos, and then just yesterday, YouTube showed me some video, and the guy doesn't do anything but show you how to look at it, but some guy, and I don't know, like if you were gonna convince some people to do this thing that you're talking about, that I'm talking about, pay your bills, wouldn't you think that you'd have money left over if you were paying your bills with your fund account? I mean, you could still work and have all this extra money to do the fun things that everybody wants to do, so you can work half as much, make plenty of money, and go do the things that you want to do. Everything wins. And then if you did that, then you'd still be supporting the economy, or whatever, the whole trade thing, the trade network. You'd be supporting the trade network with your own physical labor or product that you've made. You just wouldn't be making it so that you were somebody else's product. I mean, it almost sounds like the way it should have been set up. Like maybe it was set up that way, and everybody's just being taken advantage of. So like, wouldn't that make things more fair? Wouldn't it be better to put your hard-earned labor, your time, put your time into things where the money's actually worth something instead of just staying alive? That's what most people work for right now, is just to stay alive. I'm saving for retirement. Oh, good for you. They already crushed it with the inflation and all that. When I was working in a warehouse, and it was a good one. They've changed, but it was a good one. They hired people to come tell us about the programs and things, and so they're telling you how much money you need to have when you retire at this age or that age for it to be able to last, and they're doing the projections of how much it'll be worth in the future, you know. And they were saying, like, not a whole lot, not like billions of dollars, not like millions of dollars, well, millions maybe, but not like hundreds of millions. And granted, they're talking to, it's just the engine, come on. They're talking to warehouse workers, so, you know, they're not 401k and doctors. Seems like that's not even a thing, is it? Do doctors pay into a 401k? I mean, that sounds kind of stupid. If you had big bucks like that, you would probably just invest it yourself. Yeah. Come on. Good girl. Go to you first? Alright. Way to volunteer. Come on, bud. Come on. Get it. Good boy. Wow. You don't jump in that often, do you? So that was cool. Good little walk. Sorry I didn't break any new ground or anything. It just seems like there's no need. We should all be on the same page. I'm not really... Well, I guess I am. I want more people to know and accept the reality of what we got going on here. Let's see if we can... So I readjusted my stuff, and now it rubs. I think it rubs right there. A lot of people like majorly cut it. I don't know if I'm gonna do that. I really want to do a body lift. I do a 2-inch body lift, and then I don't have to change the suspension. A 2-inch body lift probably cost me like, well, for the new bolts, maybe $50. And you just put a spacer in. Okay. So you see, it's got a metal thing and then rubber. And so all you gotta do is pretend like this is bigger, taller, and then you get a longer bolt. And you use all the same rubber. You don't need to change it and put in a hockey puck or anything like that. Just put in yourself a solid block of steel, or not even steel, solid. I mean, you could just get yourself a pipe. It's a pipe, and then you turn it like this, and then you cut it at the height that you want. And then I would put in something, you could even use foam, and then cut out the middle of it, because it's not structural, it's just holding it in one spot so that the bolt can go through the hole easy, and the thing doesn't slide off and be like catawonkus on the thing and not support good. The car's not wanting to fly away, so it's not like a super duper hard thing to do. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 4 on the side, so there's probably 8, maybe even 10. But I mean, it'll say it in the thing, in the manuals. And then you just lift it up. Things on the inside will change. You have to worry about the linkage for your shifter and all that stuff. But then all the wires that go from the body to the frame, you know, to the whatever, there's really not that many, but you're gonna want to look at those too. Just if you go slow and you look at everything the way it's connected, it pretty much is easy as heck. There you go. So that made the video take a little bit longer. I helped you out with it. I've done this in the past, so I'm not like speaking in theory. I haven't done it to a 4Runner, but whatever. Look at this. See, this is why when you have sway bars, they have a sway bar disconnect or a sway bar lowering thing. It's so that you can have more travel, but I'm just gonna take all that off. I don't want the sway bar. Oh no, when he's on the highway, he's gonna be tipping and dipping. It can be like that if you're on like a wonky road and you're going too fast for the wonky road. The tires will be really keeping in contact good, but it also means that they'll be moving around a lot. And so when they move around a lot, it can cause the vehicle to move. But there's also panhard bar, leaf springs so they don't hold the axles in spot and where they're supposed to be. There's coil springs so they can go all over the place. So they got to put these trailing arms in there so that it can stay in one place. But there's one in the back that helps with the angle of it. And if it's not at the right adjustment, when you go over a bump, it'll make it turn. It'll turn the axle just a little bit, and it's called bump steer. It happens in the front too, but I don't have a sway bar in the front, so it's not going to happen in the front. Will it? It doesn't even have... See, that's a weird thing. Anyway, I haven't thought about that, so I don't know what to say.